For many, many years, I complained about pain and had challenges with birth control and all of that. And when I became pregnant, I called and I just felt like another number. And it just didn't feel right. My gut said, I want to celebrate. This is the love of my life and we're having a baby together. That should be absolutely exciting.
Okay, we have to be at the midwife or at the doctor's office in 20 minutes. It's August 10th, and I'm 12 weeks along. We're making a little vlog, and we're headed to the midwife.
I Googled midwife in Idaho, and Idaho's Stork was one of the first ones that popped up.
And we read some reviews, and I looked at Andrew, I was like, well, we have nothing to lose, let's just try it.
The biggest draw was they were pretty upfront with everything. You get to birth however you want.
But even then, looking back on it, I didn't even know what that meant. Because we had never known anybody that has gone through a midwife or had a doula personally.
Before we knew about Idaho Stork, we didn't even know what doulas were.
Yeah, we gave it a shot and I told Andrew I have nothing to lose. I knew it was right when they answered the phone and I said, hi, this is my first time finding out that I'm even pregnant. I still remember it was Brenda at the front. And she was like, oh, that is so exciting, honey. I'm so happy for you. Yes, we would love to see you. Come on by. We'll get you in. And I hung up the phone and I told Andrew, this feels right. My gut says this is right. At the first appointment, we saw Megan and just how embraced I felt.
The team at Idaho Stork really helps with that. They answer your questions. As a dad, you are welcome there.
And I think we're going to do another prenatal with Melissa.
Great.
Johnston, so wonderful.
Look at.
She's so crazy. She's like, what are we doing now?
Oh my.
We focus on making sure mom does well. We don't really focus on making sure dad understands what's happening.
Support person.
What it takes to really be supportive during that whole thing. And I mean, not just you're doing great, but supportive in a way like you know what's going on and so you can react to it. And that is so important. It really helped towards the end when we were going through labor.
It was amazing too, just how much of a tight-knit community it was. It was Idaho Stork knew this chiropractor knew this acupuncturist, this acupuncturist knew this, and take this class, and then there's this doula, and it just was this whole community.
It really kind of brought the whole thing full circle. We didn't feel kind of on our own in this. It really did become a community helping us through the pregnancy and then helping us through labor and then even now helping us after baby was born. That's the biggest thing, is the honesty about what birth is.
And you don't know who's going to be there to deliver your baby. You don't know what doctor you're going to see. And here at Idaho Stork, that was the biggest thing was, you get to know Christy, you get to know Megan, you get to know Dr. Lovelace.
So if you got to see someone else's face, you knew who they were. You knew that this person had a vested interest in you. They got to know you. You got to know them, so you knew that you could trust that they were acting in your best interest.
Oh my gosh, Megan! I saw her off after my birth and I saw
But Megan was attending. And that was one, and I didn't say anything about this. She was really, once she got there, when we were going into really active labor, it was a help because I turned around and she would be sitting off to the side, but always present, and always made it easier for me to gauge how the situation was going while I was trying to comfort my wife, because the midwife, the woman who I've been talking to about this for 9 months now, was also there and very calm, And
it wasn't just some random stranger. It's crazy because it's not just a provider knows a provider and then they'll help you find the care that you need. It also was like building these connections with people. So when we got to know Melissa, it was great. And it's because a friend worked with her before. And I remember I first met her and I came back to my husband and I said, holy hell, this woman commands respect. And like getting to know Melissa and her just meeting me over coffee. Like, who does that?
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. So I knew nothing about doulas and I was like, okay, I'll meet Melissa and we'll do this thing and we'll see. I'll think about it. She has so much knowledge and she knows her stuff and she doesn't have to prove it.
Yeah.
We said, let's just do it. And I came back after a meeting with Melissa and I told Andrew, that woman is a wealth of knowledge and in a good way.
Yeah.
Not overwhelming, answered all of my questions. But Melissa, helping you be part of the birth process and
knowing
the
how
prenatal visits too.
Learning about how counter pressure works during contractions was a big thing.
And the best ways that you could support your partner.
The best ways that you can support your partner during labor with the counter pressures, and I do it with Idaho Stork and I do it with Melissa.
Ended up having to be induced because we had a little bit of a hiccup, but I was still able to have a natural labor that I wouldn't trade for anything. And through all of it, you know, I had Melissa there by my side and Andrew and Megan and even all the nurses at St. Luke's, which were phenomenal. It was empowering. So I have never felt. I also remember Melissa was wearing a shirt that said, what did it say?
Strong like a mom.
Strong like a mother. No, strong like a mother. And being a tough woman that went through labor, that went through this loving, peaceful labor, and not just loving and peaceful, but powerful.
I think powerful is the best one. It helps you understand about the strength that it takes to go through labor.
And just how much I think as a support person, like how involved you can be.
And just how much of a blessing you can be if you're doing it right, if you're there for your partner.
And how much, I think it definitely, I think there's a phrase that they say, like, it takes a village, and it literally.
You are part of that village, you know?
Yeah.
And that's a huge, huge thing. I could not have asked for a better way to get to know my wife
and just the connection that we have together now as a marriage and being together. I think we're even closer than we were before because we were able to go through this process together and really lean into people that knew, that had all of this knowledge to share with us and all of this wisdom, and we leaned into it and they really helped us.
Right. And it's also, I mean, the extent to which they can make you feel like a human. They actually let the father catch the baby. That is not something I even knew was a possibility before that. And as a man, like, I was not sure about doing that because it's not something we talk about.
You were almost apprehensive about it in the beginning when we floated the idea.
I was very afraid.
Hey Andrew, have you thought about cutting the umbilical cord?
Yes.
And we went from that to, I don't know if I want to do that, to you caught baby.
I caught baby and then cut the umbilical cord. So my daughter went from my wife to my hands back to my wife before anybody else got a chance to really.
How was that? How did that feel?
That was probably one of they say the best moment of a man's life is your child being born. Well, I caught my child, and having been through that experience so intimately, yes, 100%. It was the best experience of my life. It was the biggest day of my life. And so it made also really cemented the fact that I want more kids. Having that, and having my wife's approval.
And I think we go back to the whole, it's an education thing. Idaho Stork and Melissa really took the time to explain things to us. And I think that's why our birth story was so powerful.
It's big moment.
Because we knew what was going on every step of the way. And we didn't feel abandoned, and we didn't feel.
There's never a moment where we were walking through this that we felt lost. Our biggest problem was just trying to decide on diapers. Trying to find the right brand of diaper. And at the end of 20 hours, we got to meet our little girl,
Elena. And she came at 8 pounds.
8.19.
We don't know.
The point is, she is perfect. I would very much go through that process all over again, just for the reward at the end.
I am strong as a mother. Like I am that. I felt so empowered and strong, and that got me through my labor and through the contractions, and it helped me overcome all of that pain. Having Melissa there every step of the way, I don't think I would have been able to be as strong as the way that she uplifted me. And now I'm as strong as a mother.
Yeah.
Yeah.